the Meta Athena fans there. Very, very ecstatic about the return of Who Are You.
Certainly, this was never his home squad. And it's just so odd to see, because ideologically back then, you know, obviously we saw Meta Athena make top 4 in Apex Season 2. They were defeated in that Eye of the Kaiser moment, you know, on Eichenwald. But they were never a team known for mechanical carries, right, just for strategic depth. But Who Are You will be on the Brigida here. It's a bit tough to carry on that hero, but don't tell Doha that from Element Mystic.
Everybody, you know, every hero has that potential of some one-trick carry potential. Let's see how Who Are You's Brig is going to be matching up against Agnes's. Right now in onto the point. But Athena posturing forward. Gen.G trying to come down the stairway. Tay's going to be taken down. Who Are You? Welcome back. You get first blood in your return match in Korea. Tries to get the exit there. Knocks Shubel out of the mech. Hoon is able to hound down for the finishing damage. Shubel will just be going off the side. So first cap gain for Meta Athena.
Innovation only holding 18% ult charge here. It's just a simple focus fired onto Unte, and then they, you know, basically all back out. So not a huge ult charge advantage here for the Meta squad, as Gen.G's going to loop around here to look for levels of speed boost to engage.
Who Are You leading the charge, going low. Shields up, kites his way back, and does manage to stay alive. Gen.G looking to push forward. High energy here for Stalker. Takes Hoon quite low in that mech, but cannot pop him out. He's now going to have the self-destruct up, throws it into the back, looking for some takeoffs, and that's going to be Duns going down. Very nice start to the fight. Meta Athena follow up. They get the Rhine. They pop out Shubel again. Will just be staggering him, denying him access to the ledge on the side of the map, and then eventually will kill him off.
What a great start here for Meta Athena. Have a rally available here as well for the next push.
And now they should be killing him. Any minute now. Any minute now. They're really maximizing here. Oh
yeah.
My god.
There you go. So. This is going to be just, as you can see, Innovation is right-clicking to get some more ult charge here to finish off this grab. It's not easy to try to grab this choke point because it's very wide, this archway, but it's still going to be where Meta Athena likely takes their stand here. Rallies up for the aggressors here.
Yeah, Meta Athena armored up, Agnes in the front, isolated a bit, has not been picked off yet. Transcendence coming down, hoping to keep them alive. Apache's going to be matching with one of his own. Now the sound barrier is in from levels, so going to keep them alive, and Nate will follow suit. Close it down, and so far no one going to be taken out. As I say that though, Shubel will lose the mech, has the self-destruct, will go ahead, dump that one just to get back in. Try to continue the fight. Meta Athena approaching now 90%. Shatter up from Umte, needs to have a big one. Slams it down, catches the majority of the squad, and that's going to be the push forward. Distance finds the first kill here on the Modern. Fire Strike's going to be good. Umte gets rid of Who Are You. Meta Athena might just be able to flip this one over. The bubble comes down for Innovation, just trying to buy a little bit more time. We'll have to surrender the point, but Meta Athena, they have multiple ultimates ready to go. Bigger Bang combo online, nearly a rally and a Transcendence to try to get this flip back and close it out.
Yeah, I think all eyes really need to be on Apache right now. If he can get that last 25%, then they are good to push in. So Who Are You is going to have the rally to stack armor on top of his shields, and he'll get the Transcendence off to get them into that grab position. Okay, he's got it now. Rally first on top of his shields.
Who Are You yet again going to be leading the charge. For that shield bash, works his way through. Shatter going to be coming down, locks them up. As we look around the corner, but the Transcendence is from Duns to help keep them alive. Now the Graviton Surge will come down, locks up a few here onto the pillar. It goes low, booped them to the side. Will be able to stay alive. And G are holding on by a thread. The flip has happened. Meta Athena are now in control. Entering grab comes out from Stalker, looking for the kills. If they swing it away, comes up with another Shatter. Will he get an opportunity to use it? Does he need it? Seems like might have a slight little peel back here for Meta Athena. They are still contesting the point, hoping that OT bar can plummet, but I don't think it's going to happen right here. Finally, they do go ahead and knock Hoon out of that mech. They will be able to regain control.
Now, Apache had a nice trance timing there, but Gen.G was more patient. They used the grab later, and were able to basically time their fight in favor of that grab after the trance was gone. Nice Shatter here.
Yeah, just going to be basically the solo Shatter to get Modern, and then Innovation will go down. That's going to be a push forward from Gen.G as they look maybe spawn camp a little bit. Nice Fire Strike weakens Apache, just feeding a little bit more charge back to Umte.
I mean, honestly, this is night and day difference from Luke so far here from Umte. Just no shocker, unfortunately, for the other Rhine on this squad, but he's just outperforming him so far. Now look at this. We're going to see basically at Athena's last chance here. We're going to have that grab ready.
They're pushing forward. Sound barrier to open things up. Graviton Surge going to be ready to go, but it's actually Stalker who strikes first now. Double bombs into the air. Hoon making it back into the back. Shoebill comes up with a double kill. Innovation and Who Are You both gone. The pin from Umte takes down Modern. Apache eliminated. They can get back. They can fight this one more time. They still have the Graviton Surge, but they need to get the flip. And Levels, he's going to be there. He's going to have that sound barrier available.
Yeah, Innovation was in perfect position to use the grab there, but Stalkers just came out right when he wanted to, so he had to hold it. And they end up losing the fight as a result. Can they touch this point? They're going to have to.
Oh, no, they cannot.
Who's a second too late?
So close, but it looks like Shoebill moved forward to boop him back. The Zarya bubble wasn't early enough to deny the CC. So
yeah,
100 to 99.
Wow. That was the fight they needed to take. They baited out a lot of ultimates in that last fight. Well, I say baited, I mean they needed to be used there by Gen.G. They were able to force those ultimates, rather, and they were ready to come in with the ult advantage. Not in terms of support ultimates, obviously, but that was a fight they absolutely could have won had Hoon touched onto the point. So really unfortunate there, but also nice CC to prevent him from tagging in. All right, well, that's the beginning of this series. Very close so far.
Yeah, I think that this one probably just going to be a lot of back and forth. So here we go, charging in. Still going to be the 3-3. Meeting up onto the high ground as is standard. Those are full charges coming through. Apache in the back just going to be spamming away. They take Clinté low. Have not been able to finish him off yet. Fire strike through, gets a bit of damage in. Modern still going to be lagging behind a little bit as far as that shatter charge is concerned. Big damage coming through on the Modern. He can't get out. Taken down as Stalker finds the first kill of this round. Charge forward from Shoebill. Fearlessly pushing up into the face of Athena's players, and Innovation will get dropped, which means the first cap will be here for Gen.G.
Gen.G really starting to solidify their position here on this map. Now they can gatekeep Athena in. These archways here are going to be tough to break through. The biggest boon for Athena is that there is no grab yet for Stalker, so they should be able to break through here. If they have to use the trance, it hurts, but it could be worth it. They don't have to use it. They do get through this.
Their way up here for the moment. Rally going to be out. Overpack through. Transcendence in from Apache, trying to keep them topped up, but now Stalker has the grab ready to go.
Yeah.
They don't have a defensive ultimate to use.
They used it in that fight there because they took too much damage on the entrance.
Yeah, they still have to wrap around the backside over towards Gen.G spawn. Still not in onto the point. Everybody from Gen.G armored up. Pushing forward, Stalker falling a little bit low. Graviton Surge will stick. Locks him in, bomb to the side. Shield bash air, Modern getting pushed back. Vince comes up with the kill. Who Are You dying just before? And Athena again going to get swept up. Thrown in the bin. Gen.G maintained control, now approaching 50%.
This is not looking good for the meta squad, because even though they have the grab this time, they won't be able to get into position to use it, barring a huge mistake here from Gen.G. Umte still holds the shatter, and it's a big one!
Oh boy, Umte locking him in the sound barrier from Named is good. Not good enough to keep their main tank alive. Transcendence in from Seth. Trying to pop up the barrier. Is there, but Level still gets picked off by them. Self-destructive. Toon goes back into the mech all the same. Innovation comes up with a kill now on Umte. Shoebill popped out again. 3 members, now 4 effectively gone for Gen.G, which means Athena can finally work their way over onto the point and get this cap right as it hits 81%.
Right, really nice play by Named. I mean, absolutely setting this up. Who Are You? Putting the rally out here as well. Cameras on him. Everyone has that extra armor, but without that really clutch sound barrier, that we wouldn't even be here right now. Modern looks to try to hold this choke, and Gen.G finds himself in the flip position here. But late, though, to contest this choke.
Get stun in. Zarya bubble's going to be good. Modern staying alive. Shatter coming down. Not going to find anything. Straight into the shield of Umte. Now it's going to be another sound barrier in. This time from Levels. Grabs on Surge.
Huge grab.
Locking them up. Pin coming through. That's going to be Who Are You gone. Innovation dropped by Shoebill. Athena suffering heavy losses. 3 members gone. Apache on fire, now dead as Duns comes up with a kill. Named running for the hills. Flip coming back in. Athena not even able to hit 40%.
It almost never happens that a team could just walk out like that. Athena was just not ready. They didn't know which side they were going to come through until it was too late, and they literally got out of the choke for free without taking damage. Then Innovation was able to follow up with that grab. Gen.G with the trance here. It's looking bad for meta.
Yeah, Hoon already tagged up. They're in onto the point, looking for the cap bomb into the back. Not going to find a pick off. Good shield there from Innovation. Keeps himself alive, but now he has to kite back behind the pillar at the back of the point where they're in danger of getting knocked off the map. Apache under fire, taken down. Stalker finds the kill. Who are you gone just before pin? Onto Innovation, gets rid of the Zarya. The Graviton Surge here, not going to lead to much. Umte with a final swipe, takes out Modern, and just like that, back-to-back wins on Busan. Gen.G pick up another map win.
It really does feel like night and day. Umte on the squad. He's playing more conservative. He's playing safer, but he's setting up for some really big shatters. They met Athena with just one small but game-changing mistake to allow Gen.G to get out of that doorway there. We saw in the first fight, if you guys remember, where Athena had to rush out of that doorway and they had Apache's trance. Everyone went down to half health in that moment because they were stuck to take damage. They had to rush through, but they were going to always eat damage going through that one funneled spot. They had to use the trance and had a chance to fall grab. This is the second fight of the map, right? But you know, if you just get to go through for free, you don't have to use your ultimates in that choke. You can actually just turn around, look for a charge into a grab. Really well done by Gen.G, just capitalizing on that opening. Anyway, wait a minute, they're not actually here. Let's just speed boost through right now. Great start for them.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, keep in mind, I believe this is the third map that they've won so far.
That's right.
They looked a lot better last week.
I think, is it the fourth? Because they won 2 maps on the first series.
Yes.
And then one more, right? Or no?
No, I don't think they won anything since then.
Since the Contenders series, all right.
I will double check.
Anyway.
But I'm pretty sure that was their third map win. They have enough to, you know, kind of get one series victory, I suppose. But, I mean, the main point where I'm going with this is last week, taking a look at them versus GC Busan, they weren't able to get any map victories in that series, but they looked immensely more competitive given that they were going up against the the second place squad in the group. GC Busan Wave, despite their loss yesterday to Element Mystic, still a very strong team. But Gen.G was able to make it look competitive even with Luke as the only tank, you know. They didn't have any substitutions at that point. You remember Hanamura, it went to double overtime. We had to go for multiple rounds with GC Busan able to get 6 points in the end, only 5 for Gen.G, but it was a very competitive series. So these guys have been trending up. It's unfortunately a bit too late. Mathematically, they're not out of playoffs, but it still seems like it's probably not going to happen.
It's much more realistic, though, for Gen.G than it is for Meta Athena.
Yeah, it's an upward trajectory for them, and with Umte in the roster, he knows when he can be aggressive. He knows when he has to play back and be defensive. It just seems like he kind of has a better grasp on the meta right now and what your role is as a Reinhardt when you have the ability, when you have the freedom to go forward and look for ult charge, or when you have to play back and make sure that your supports are good to go. Yeah. And, I mean, this could do wonders for them. Maybe they actually can pull out a miracle run into the playoffs here right at the end. There we go. Yeah, we hear that music.
Who are you still on stage? And that means I think the best choice possible here is you take us to Numbani. We get to see the Gen.G. We know that it's possible to beat 3-3 with good dash resets, coordinated attacks on A. Sombra Gen.G very viable on the defense as well on this map. If we do see that locked in, it seems like a must pick right now for Meta Athena. They've got to turn things around. But they're going to take us to Hollywood.
All right, Hollywood. So I mean, it could be Gen.G. It could happen. We've seen Gen.G's actually come in on Hollywood and bail out the attacking team, get them a cap on A.
Yeah, Decal is the most famous of those players this season so far, but that was a desperate attack when they had 30 seconds left, and he did it. He made it happen. But is it standard? Is it the norm? The answer to that question is a big no. So we may just simply see who are you back on the Brigida, and they just try to match the comp again. I don't know if I agree with this choice, but it's the choice they've made.
Yeah, Numbani seemed like it would be the strongest way to go, but maybe the coach made the call, says 3-3, our best chance of winning. Meta fans still staying positive as they cheer for their squad to try to bounce back and tie up this series.
Who are you so far showing the Brigida here, but, you know, truth be told, Hoon's showing a Sombra and Apache's on the Hanzo. Could just be Sonic Arrow and Translocator into a 3-3.
It will be.
Yep.
I tried. Normally when I say it's going to be something, it ends up being the opposite. So I was trying to make that happen by saying it wouldn't. But here we are.
Too powerful, man.
Yeah.
Even for your caster curses.
I suppose so. Oh, Apache's going to be looking for some charge. Shield up here in the front. Pin coming down. Uptake not going to be able to find anything. He gets pooped into the back. Isolated, trying to kill him off. So far, he's still surviving. They finally do get him. Give up the fourth position here for the moment, but Athena going to be coming back around. Charging forward. Good amount of damage there on Ahun's mech. Cannot get the finish, however. Stalker has to retreat. Goes back into the cafe. Hounding down Shubil from the side. I mean, they could go in for a last-second contest here, perhaps.
But you're going to build so much ult charge for innovation if you do. Looks like they want to.
Yeah, they're pushing forward. They got to get in there. Apache does get taken out. Is able to open things up. Good pickoff for him. Uptake goes forward. Finds Modern. Looks like they might be able to actually retake this. Not really sure which way to look. Checking up into the sky. Not going to be able to find names. Push forward from Stalker. They burned him down. He's able to get the kill.
And remember, Stalker basically did this on his own. He bought so much time, practically 1v5 there on the point. Then the rest of the squad showed up after he stepped away. So a heroic hold here for Gen.G. Very risky what they just did, because had they failed, Athena would be looking at a big 6 push through the archway right now, but it works out. They've got to feel incredible about that.
Rally going to be out from Who Are You? Popping that in advance of the fight here. Turret's going to be online. Good bubble from Stalker, building up that energy. Now at 95. Shatter comes in, however. It's a lot of members of Gen.G over on the side, and Innovation is able to follow up for the double kill. MT and Levels both going to be taken down. Since the lone healer here, only at 60% charge for that Transcendence. Will not have it available, and this time out, it seems like Meta Athena will be able to get the cap. Still with 2 minutes left on the clock, they get bumped up to 4.5 minutes. A very respectable time bank for them on the street space.
Yeah, so, you know, Gen.G lose control of the cart. They still have good ults, though. And this is something that, you know, they're not going to be able to use, unfortunately, to contest this archway because of the timing of this. Well, they look to try to do it. They might prove me wrong twice in a row here.
Still are pushing forward. Get a bit of damage on the Modern. He'll get top back up. Right around the corner. Shatters in. Grab as well. Now going to be matched by Innovation. Stalker, I think that one might have been eaten by Hoon. Bob comes down. Not going to find a pick off. Modern is able to find him. The shatter on the back of it is absolutely huge. Swinging away, looking to finish off Dunce. He'll get taken down right as he gets that Transcendence available. Nicely done. Meta Athena get the wipe, and they can charge forward with the cart.
If I was ever going to write a book or make a video or a tutorial about how to approach once you've gotten the card on A, this would be it. It was so textbook perfect for Meta Athena. The grab was a bonus, but they kited back. They had the more defensive ultimate. Super well done.
Well, Sound Barrier going to be out the bomb. In from Shubil, not getting anything, and Name comes up with a kill on the Umtang. They got him down to the front line, and Dunce was unable to save him with that Transcendence. Now he's into the back of the card, getting tagged up. Apache nearly coming up with the kill, but Dunce will actually win out in the Zenyatta 1v1. Very clutch pick up there onto the Mega Pack, and now rejoin into the rest of the squad. Agnes will get taken down, trying to contest the card. Continue moving forward. Have only burned off 1.5 minutes so far. Meta Athena getting closer and closer to B.
Yeah, this is just continue to roll forward here. Stalker has a grab. He's going to have to get out of the choke. They're going to go from their perspective right side here. Meta Athena is going to allow this. But if Hoon can eat this grab again, I mean, this should easily be taken.
Shatter's ready, pushing forward. The grab tossers will lock up Modern. He's swinging away though, almost gets the kill into Agnes, but the pin there from Umtang will finally finish him off. Good pick off. Shubil gets Apache and Hoon knocked out of the mech, and Gen.G will be able to stabilize the cart in a little bit of a deadly position for Meta Athena to try to get their way back in, as Hoon just gets staggered again.
Yeah, unfortunately, after failing to eat that grab, does eventually go down here, but Meta Athena, you know, they can stabilize here, but the time is ticking down. For Gen.G, they're just going to continue to operate back on the cart. Shubil's up on the high ground to maximize damage, as well as gain information about the approach angle. It's going to be here behind this building, as you can see. Actually changing it a little bit, tricking him, but he does verify they actually are going this way now.
Yeah, wrap around left side. Rockets get a bit of damage in, but Shubil tagged up. Does need to get topped off. Actually won't be able to. On the drop down, Name comes up with that knockout. Fantastic chase from him.
That actually is going to open up a lot.
Shatter going to be in. That's a shield bash. Zarya bubble from Innovation. Just a little bit too late to try to save Modern's life. Now the pin from Umte will go ahead and take him out. Umte still under a little bit of fire, but the transcendence from Ditz will keep him topped up. Sound barrier is out from Meta Athena. Hoon dumping the bomb, looking for a pick, and it's going to be a double. Ditz and Umte both go down. Meta Athena looking to regain control and finish this push onto B. Modern will be rejoining shortly. Has that shatter available. Might have to use it to guarantee this cart pushing forward. Grabbed on Surge, however, now going to be coming in. Hoon popped out of the mech. Name going so low. Apache picked off by Levels. Just like that, it seems like Gen.G might be able to turn the fight around right as Modern arrives.
Yeah, that remech here should almost seal the deal for Shubil. Just no way they can touch this anymore. They're going to have to back away. Need to be careful not to get staggered. They are regrouping now. Innovation's got another grab. They need to make sure this one counts. Apache not having a Transcendence yet, but there's no counter support ultimates for this grab. So if this one hits home, it's their best chance of getting B and continuing this map. It's gonna have to be now or never though. Time's running out.
Couple different options. The hay bales on the side, the card itself. It's gonna find Apache, takes him out, traded back. Innovation dangerously low. Tries to get the knockout there on the Shubil. Takes him down to about half HP, but the healing is coming back through. He will be able to sustain. Ditz nearly building up for that next Transcendence. Gets the pop out onto the mech, but then quickly gets taken down from the side. The pin from Modern is good, but his death afterwards is catastrophic for Meta Athena. Named trying to tag in to force COT. Cannot get there, nor can Innovation.
Innovation's the last man there, but Shubil denied him so hard. You know, we were leading up to this saying the one way they get this point is to beat grabs. We were watching Innovation's first-person view, and you could just see Shubil is in his face, repeatedly coming up, setting up for, potentially dematrixing that grab, walks away, comes right back with the rocket boosters, and he just never got to use it. The fight happens without him, and everyone dies except him because his entire sole focus is setting up the grab, and he just never gets a chance. And as he is the last man standing, the time ticks away, everyone else is dead. Great play by Shubil. That's how you zone out a grab. That's how you make sure the one tool that Meta Athena has to take B cannot be utilized. That was very, very well done. Exciting to watch that stuff from Shubil, man.
Now Meta Athena need the defense of a lifetime. Right there, they're so very close. But they couldn't get it in the end.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a tall order here against Umte, who's no one questioned how well he was going to play coming into this series. We know he's a very strong main tank player. He always has been. You know, even going back to his Rhinos gaming days, like he was one of the better players back then too at main tank.
Certainly one of the better players on that roster.
Sure. And I mean, the thing is, what I'm trying to say, he played in Apex Season 1, so that means like since the beginning of Overwatch, he's been good enough, right? He's been at the top tier in Korea.
That's the beginning of Dive.
Apex was based at the beginning of time. Nothing happened before that.
Nope, there was nothing. That was the birth of esports.
Yes.
No deep history of StarCraft at all.
Who's Boxer?
Who's MMA? Who's Innovation?
Take those pictures off the wall.
He's a Zarya player right now, but here we go. Push forward coming in. She's going for the right clicks. Modern shield going to be blocking the majority of that. Armor pack. Bailing out Umte. Keeping him safe as he reapproaches. Pushing up around the corner, trying to get some swings in. Modern going to be matching him now for the moment. Shubil popped out again. Hoon comes up with that. Alleviating some pressure. Umte going to be gone. Meta Athena, a very nice start to the defense as the chase comes in.
Innovation getting a massive amount of charge from this too. He's like, yep, high energy Zarya, check. 83% of my ult, check.
Almost 50% above Stalker.
Yeah, if anyone pokes out, he gets the finish on that ult, so he's just gonna stand here and get it.
And oh, come on.
There you go, now he can just walk back.
One more. There you go.
Didn't even need that, but he'll take it. All right, look at the position here too of Modern. Gonna allow him to get a big grab here. Charges in.
Bubble hard going to be used here on the Umte. Push forward, 100 energy, Umte gone. Innovation just burning him down. Now going to be looking for levels. Didn't stand a chance. Apache as well, hounding him out. That's going to be 4 ults available, nearly 5 as soon as Name gets that sound barrier online.
Now the scary part about this is finally Gen.G has the tools to break this, even though on this last push, they did not commit to the trance because the grab wasn't used. They can actually use it to get through the choke and win a fight. Rally is going to be used here to try to take the fight to him first. I like this a lot.
Just charging forward, pins it straight in on top of the car.
Oh my
Shubil
goodness.
nowhere close enough. Follow-up kills not really there though, still just the one. Shatter in from Uptake, gonna be blocked out. But Athena still trying to play more. The Fire Strike, however, lands on the name. Now who are you? Gonna be gone, they lose two. Modern still holds on to a Shatter, takes Uptake for a ride, gets the kill, but cannot stay in the fight. Agnes comes up with it, gets rid of that enemy ride before he can turn around, get the Shatter off, try to elongate the fight here for Meta Athena.
What an incredibly bold attack from Meta Athena to step out of the archway. The element of surprise was good enough to kill Stalker.
They're gonna go for it. Sound barrier in to lead the charge. Who's able to tag up first? 84.8% of the way there for Gen.G, just trying to hold on. It's gonna be the grab coming through, a solo kill in on the Stalker. Now they're all gonna be getting locked up. The bomb comes in as they raise the shield for the moment, but will get taken down immediately afterward. That's gonna be the cleanup sweep here, as Shubil is the only one left alive, and Innovation is moving forward to finish off that baby diva you would expect.
This is a very crazy defense from Meta Athena. They have no fear there. They don't complete it. It's all over here. Looking for the shield bash set up here for the Shatter.
Rally ready to go. Charge forward around the corner. Bubble's going to be out. Armor pack in onto Hoon. They're trying to keep him topped up. Grab, locks him up here onto the wall. Bomb coming down, looking for the pick. That's going to be Modern eliminated. And Hoon knocked out of the mech here. Meta Athena, I don't think they're going to be able to stabilize this time. Innovation's dead. Hoon eliminated. The team kill comes through. Starting from 2 ticks, Gen.G will go ahead and get this cap on A, but with only 30 seconds remaining, still 3 minutes that they get bumped up to here at the end, but they still have to make it to B. We saw what Gen.G pulled off on their defense, on that street space. Meta Athena, can they replicate it? Can they best it, is the question. Innovation, he certainly seems capable.
He seems capable. That was all Shubil's self-destruct positioning, though, that got them A. They're playing aggressively forward here so they don't get held at the choke, because Innovation's got that grab right now. They do get through the archway.
Start working their way up to the Shatter. Modern not going to be able to lock him up. Moon getting burned low. High energy here from Stalker. Fearlessly charge forward with that shielding. They will be able to find Modern in the end. Innovation going to get taken down. And that will just be the fight going the way of Gen.G. They can get quite a bit of distance here as soon as they finish off Hoon in the back. They'll be able to do so. They will start moving forward. 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Meta Athena, they still have the bigger bang. They nearly have a Transcendence and a sound barrier. They need to stabilize.
This is a very, very dire situation for Meta Athena because they have ults here, really the support ults and the grab to fight this point, but they're not going to have anything for the contest. If Gen.G baits these out, they are done.
Shatter comes through,
Nice
not going to be able to find anything. Yes, Arya Bubbles right in the front. Graviton Surge comes in, locks up a couple. Vince is there with the Transcendence. Who are you picked off? Couldn't find Shubil. Getting rid of that Pilot Form Diva, but now Modern going to be eliminated, named a little bit too late with the sound barrier to try to keep the main tank in the lineup. Hoon getting burned down, Innovation going to be gone. This might just be it for Gen.G as they look to move up 2-0. The cart starts advancing. Apache and Name both taken down. Hoon up on the high ground on top of the jail. Needs to go in, but he's got no HP remaining on the mech. Gets popped out, gets taken down. And this should just be the finish here as they pick off Who Are You right at the end. Innovation swapping over on to that Wrecking Ball. Modern just managed to push out Meta Athena. Can they pull it off? Innovation by himself. Adaptive Shield coming in. Modern taking shots from the side. Getting burned lower and lower. Agnes finds the kill. The Graviton Surge looking to lock him up. Who Are You makes his way back in. Hoon just going to be contesting the Shatter in to try to lock him down, but they boop him back. They get the finish. Gen.G moves up 2-0.
Very dominant start to the series here for Gen.G. Meta Athena did not pick Numbani. They did not look for the X factor for a player they signed whose strength has always been, and the Gen.G has been in the dive heroes, which is so relevant, so viable on Numbani. After being outclassed in 3-3 on Busan in many ways, they decide to compete on the 3-3 hybrid map, Hollywood. And yet again, they fail to win that matchup. They did have a pretty heroic hold on A for quite some time, but once that went down, especially with the way that Meta Athena had to spill back onto the point, they gave too much ult charge over to Gen.G. And Shubil was absolutely the MVP. MMA comes straight to him here on the roster first, because the guy had an incredible eat on a grab. He had
good damage output. Self-destructs were well placed, especially that one on A, which really opened things up for them to take the point. He's been having a great night on the D.Va. I say he ate the grab. He just didn't allow Innovation to even drop it.
Yeah.
That's how
He might
well-positioned he
might
was.
as well have eaten it. It just delayed it being used for so very long.
Yeah. But I mean, that's a good D.Va right there in this meta. You stick to the Zarya, but you don't stick around too long so you get demeched or melted out. You maintain this perfect distance. It's like a spacing you kind of have to match it, and you're always making sure that you're in between the Zarya and where the Zarya wants to grab. And because obviously the Zarya is not going to long range grab while you're there, the Zarya is going to have to close that distance. But if you're up in their face, it makes it so much more difficult to do so.
Yeah. It's kind of like what we heard from, from Bianca. A little, it almost goes against it a little bit, where he was saying, if the grab gets eaten, it's not really the D.Va doing a good thing. It's the Zarya actively messing up.
Well, I mean, had Innovation tried to grab there, like it would have been eaten, right? And then,
oh, I know. So I'm saying, like, it's a bold statement that he made, and not 100% true, because you get plays like that from Shubil where they have no opportunity whatsoever.
It's the zoning, man. It's really it's incredible. Meta Athena,
they have to reverse sweep.
They have to reverse sweep, and then they have to beat out Mystic next week. But this is a org that has had no success in Contenders, only in Apex Season 1.
I was going to say a while ago.
Sister team totally outclassed them for the first time. Season 2, know what happened there. not making it back through. Yeah. And then Season 3, they combine with Bellum to re-enter, pick up Who Are You on loan, do not play his strong heroes. Now they're down to 0-2.
Yeah, reverse sweep necessary. Let's see if they can pull it off when we come back from the break. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes.